Hi, I'm going to share my screen, and this is for the Board of Directors in reference to our meeting about the search committee. So we presented to the Board of Directors about the TVIH manager transition on October 26th and wanted you to be aware of what went on. I will send the minutes that went with it with our discussion also. So the status of the search committee is, as we know, the old manager resigned. Then the Board of Directors appointed a search committee. This search committee reviewed the needs and experiences of the other villages. The result, there was going to be, and we suggested a restructured position to an executive director. What would the executive director help with but fundraising and membership growth? The search committee developed methods to identify and evaluate candidates and hope to have a short list of people who might be these candidates by January 2023, and then have the final decision by March 2023. So what our process was, we spoke with Cheryl, our earlier office manager, and asked her experience and suggestions. We reached out to other villages like Montgomery County, the Village to Village National Group. We talked to a consultant. We reviewed experience status of other Howard County nonprofit leaderships and talked about their current transitions. Many of them have new executive directors. For instance, in Howard County, there are 5 to 6 new executive directors going on. We developed an approach. We validated that approach with the earlier executive directors and TVIH founders. And we want to obtain agreement from the Board of Directors and support, which we did during the meeting and now are reaching out to you so you know what went on. You might recognize some of these original founders. Joy found these pictures. So we spoke to these invitees during our meeting a week or two ago. And here's us at the meeting. Okay. So what will change? We want to have and make sure the TVIH services will continue as before. The change, hopefully the central executive director will lead sponsorship, fundraising, and membership activities. And most likely, we are suggesting to create programs not just for the TVIH members, but from the Howard County community. So what we feel the benefit to the current TVIH members is we're responding to our current challenges. And what are those challenges? Well, we still have an inability to get new tri-directors. We still have declining membership. It kind of remains declining, declining about the same. And for sure, declining finances. What our actions are to preserve the current activities, grow. And how? By adding fundraising and membership growth activities. Now, we all had that question, can we afford an executive director? And if money is a challenge, why not continue with just the part-time manager rather than executive director? And the response is, well, we know our members and our leaders are getting older. We know there's a pattern of declining membership and finances, which is motivating us to need a growth plan. And we're happy to know that many and most of the villages in the United States are experiencing this same problem. We are not alone in it. What our hope is to attract a retired or encore candidate who will accept a compensation within our current manager budget. And we do have enough savings that will allow us to invest in growth in the form of experienced leaders with fundraising skills. And Pete has always shared our projected annual expenses are $115,730 with a shortfall of $37,000 and some. And if nothing changes, we have enough to last us 3 years. So the assumption is that an executive director and the ones that have been around have been asking around 60,000. So that's one thing that we brought up. The other thing is that we said that 25% of Howard County residents are 55 and older. And nowadays that means 85,000 are 55 and older out of 323. Our membership is really 184, and that's about 2.2% of Howard County residents that are 55 and older. So we have a lot of people to draw from. Our recent survey has indicated that we have only 2% of the people who responded, the 102 out of 184, are 55 to 65. 6% are 66 to 70 years. 25% are 71 to 75 years. 44% are 76 to 80, and 22% are over 80 years old. So we are definitely an aging group. We definitely don't have younger members, and we know this, and this was the proof of the pudding. So how can we get to this growth? Well, the committee has suggested some of the following ways to do it. We would suggest to list on job sites, list on the Encore group, list in the Howard County organizations, the ACS, Howard County Leadership, etc. Even go to outreach groups that are active in aging, like AARP, Age Friendly HOCO, WAVE, COGS. Outreach to social workers, nurses, and counselors, and the retirement groups, like examples are NSA, APL, Howard County School System, and the hospitals. So some of our suggestion recruiting processes was to put the information out to agencies, put it on our website and our newsletter. We're suggesting to have webinars. So for the people that give us their resumes and show interest, let us give them information about our organization, what we're about, and have small groups of them. And so let them know about us and we know about them. And hopefully this discussion might attract volunteers, maybe chairpersons, or maybe even board of directors that we do need. So we asked the board, do you concur that we would like to search for an executive director and look at the role of an executive director of a single leader versus tri-directorship? We want to make sure that this role includes fundraising, membership development, and community outreach, which we need. And that the major functions are coordinated by the executive director as a governance versus operational board, and that this person be flexible with compensation. So our minutes will reflect some of the discussions that we had with the members that were there at the board. And we did share that we still need people to help us clean up the recruitment announcement and finalize the contact method list, need people to receive the responses that we get from them and look through their resumes, etc., and make a short list of people. And we're thinking this would occur during November, December, and January. Some of your board members who have volunteered are Ellen, Kathy Latham, and Mary Pat. And the members currently are Jim Buscarin and Sanders, Cheryl, and myself. We are going to have a meeting on Monday, October 31st, and would like to invite you if you'd like to attend. Just please RSVP to me, Fran Dummett, so I can send you out the Zoom link, and it'll be at 2 p.m. We did share that we have a schematic of an announcement that might go out that we got from Minnesota, I think Marie said, and we have written some of the things out that might go out and the qualifications. Okay. Oh, there it is. And we might get information back from people at the TVIH leadership@gmail.com. Make up an email for that. So I hope this gives you some idea of what we discussed at the board. We all took part in it, but the recording didn't work. So I'm going to stop now and hopefully send it out to you with the minutes. Thanks very much for listening.